Well, welcome to take number 2. I ran out of battery on the first one. I didn't give you that drone I promised, so let's just do that now. Oh, can I not do that while it's in a hovering position? Oh, I can, okay. Apparently I need to change my drone settings, but that'll give you something. Anyway, on this one, for that dude that I said that I don't normally take, and well, now I'm just rambling. Normally I throw everything into my yard. On this one, it's not a ton of snow. We're only looking at like 4 inches. It's really sticky and weird, and I don't really care if it goes in my yard at this point in time. So, whoa, all right, you are getting close. That probably wasn't the coolest shot in the world. I have my settings changed for dronies and whatnot, and I'll have to go back in and figure out how to change those again. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot you out here. And we're just gonna show you the quickest way to snowblow. Like, really, I'm annoyed about that droney because it's kind of cool out there. Maybe I'll just take it up here in a minute. But let's get this done first. So I already made a path out just so I could do this shot earlier and get that taken care of when I screwed up and it walked onto that car over there because I'm messing with settings that I shouldn't be messing with. Couple things we learned. One, your drone will likely get stuck if, yikes, that's icy. So your drone will likely get stuck if you have the height floor enabled. That's so it doesn't, like, you know, hit people and cars and stuff. Not that it's going to hit a car that's in a fixed position, but cars will hit it. Ask me how I know. Anyway, let's go ahead and just move on to this. Let's see, I want to be on the right hand side. I don't do this very often because normally I throw it in here. I did it over there, but apparently I forgot 10-15 minutes ago, so let's just go for it. So anyway, we're going to Zamboni this thing. Like I said, it's sticky. It's kind of weird. I'm not actually digging this snow. I feel like there's a lot of impurities in it, so God, it's like, it's gross. So we're literally just going down one side and coming back down the other. And it makes for, oh, all that snow from the tree right down my neck. That was gross. And you know, you can clear a driveway in like a couple minutes doing this. You're literally just going up and down. The snow's got a weird tint to it. Now that the sun's like actually out, and it's not the coolest snow in the world that I've ever seen. It is really like glistening and sparkly though. It's just sticky and dirty at the same time, and I don't really want whatever weird nasty chemicals are there to be in my yard, or at least not a lot of it. I mean, the yard will filter some, but I could also throw stuff from the street in there. But I think on this one we'll just demonstrate the proper technique to snowblowing quickly. This is just a wide pass technique. You can change your technique up and actually run like the same consistent donut left and or right, or I guess oval, not donut. But this is definitely the fastest way to do things. As what's his name, because I can't remember, actually pointed out, and I would like to thank him. That's something I haven't talked about very much. Again, last video, we are in a very, very high desert here in Colorado, and it's not, moisture is not something we get super often, at least anymore. You know, when I was a kid, it rained, it snowed, you know, pretty regularly. We used to get some pretty nasty snowstorms, and we used to have rain, you know, that like torrential downpour that we just no longer get. You know, it's definitely different. So I don't want to get into the politics of that, but you know, you can leave your comments and argue if you feel the need. That'll help my viewership. any of you guys want to get into an argument, like, here, let's answer a question. What would you rather eat, pizza or tacos on a regular basis? There's a good question for you. So answer that below, because I don't know what else to talk about, and I have no idea how to get my viewership up. I've watched videos, but I don't know. Apparently I'm too not cool to really be followed by too many people. Although I did see that 48 of you have now followed, and instead of the original 25 or something like that had initially followed. So that's kind of cool. I guess I doubled my viewership, so I can't complain too much. I don't hate making videos, and it gives me an excuse to fly the drone, especially while I'm already doing work, and keeps me busy. So, as if I'm not already busy. So let's go ahead. Actually, before we get too far, let me just take you up real quick, so you can see what it looks like back there. I'm gonna take you off a fixed track, and then we'll hammer this street out real quick. I'm getting the fact that fixed track's kind of a lot cooler than I was initially thinking. I have this sent on a pretty slow ascent rate and descent rate, so I was gonna try to show you where the sun and stuff is, but apparently it's behind clouds now. Anyway, that's the park back there where I always fly my RC planes. It's huge, so that's a cool place to be. I'm not going to take it up too high because this is the time of day where, oh, there's high winds too. I'm already getting a warning. Here, let me just spin around for you real quick so you can see kind of where I'm at. That's a reservoir. That's a big reservoir over there. There's another reservoir way over there, just behind the park. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it today. Oh God. There's another reservoir over there. So I'm kind of in the trifecta of cold when it comes to getting just junk. I'm looking up at the drone, so if my voice changed all weird, like that's me. Here, let's bring this down nice and slow, because again, I changed my rates. I do some cinematography type stuff with this that I've never actually posted, but I'll give you a kind of a general idea of flight stuff. It does send me warnings for high winds and stuff. As for the drone, I am currently learning it just as you are. I've had this thing for 2 or 3 years now. I only have a couple of complaints. That is not even my house. Let's move over. Hey, there I am. So I only really have a couple of complaints, and my complaints are relatively mild. They're not even really complaints. It's just one, there's a lot of features on this drone that are not standard with other drones. So DJI, I've had them. Unique, I still have them. These features are a little less, God, this stuff is nasty. It's really wet over there. The features are not, I shouldn't say complex. That's part of the reason it's nasty. I'm just pushing a big ball of ice. They're good features. They're really good features, but there's a lot of them. This phone is, or this drone is very capable of doing everything that you want it to do. In fact, I said there's something on the last one, but there's this new feature called keyframes, and when I shoot real estate, it is the coolest thing in the world to have. I can shoot cinematography stuff that would normally take me 15 I just shot you with snow. Or it looked like it, I don't know, maybe that's just falling from the tree. Anyway, I can shoot cinematography shots that would take me, I don't know, an hour to line up, maybe another 30 minutes to an hour to fly to make sure that I actually got it correctly. And I can do that with, you know, basically just pointing the drone of something I want to see and making a flight path and hitting a button, and I can play that forward and reverse. Now, the cool thing about this is that's not something that other drones do, per se, and even cooler, it's not something that other drones upgrade, or I should say other drone manufacturers upgrade and support their old drones. So they came out with the S2 or the Skydio2 Plus or something like that, which is cool. It's got better antennas and miscellaneous stuff like that. And yeah, it needs it. So that brings me to one of my few complaints about this drone. It is designed for exactly what I'm doing right now, which is following people. By the way, one other thing, go off on another tangent here. Man, these skids make a huge difference on the actual dry, gross asphalt underneath versus scraping metal and stuff. Anyway, another video idea. I have an electric skateboard. That might be something you guys want to see. Let me know below what the hell you think, if any of you even watch this. I mean, we're getting towards the end of the season. I'm going to run out of material. I'll forget about it for like 2 years if nobody says anything, what they want to see. So, the big complaint. This thing does come with a controller. It is the Parrot and Nafi controller, I believe. Has just been rebranded for Skydio. And it works great. I'll even do a video, throw it up for you guys. There's absolutely nothing bad about it, except for the fact that it just doesn't get the distance. And they just changed to narrowband on the Skydio as part of that last update, which makes a huge difference. Narrowband, this thing used to only make it where I'm standing right now. If I were to fly this thing, I could not hit that park over there. I might get 1,000, 2,000 feet max of total distance, and that sucks. I mean, again, that's not what this drone was designed for, but if you wanted to use a controller to fly cool stuff, you had to be really close to it. And I know there's a line of sight thing and whatnot like that. It's part of the 107 section 333 for flight stuff. And yeah, that's great. But the new S Plus comes with better antennas, which is awesome. It needed to be done. I happened to order it's not here yet, but it will be. You can hear that thing bogging down because of how wet and gross the snow is. I happened to order just recently a controller upgrade, which uses the old controller, but changes out the I guess radio transmitter in this thing and makes it actually powerful enough to get some decent distance. From what I've seen on some of the videos, now given this is in clear areas, I've watched a few guys fly this thing out about, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 feet, which is awesome. That's close to a mile. That's in super clear areas, up on top of cliffs, out in the rocks, where I would expect any drone, maybe even some cheap like bebops and whatnot, to be able to fly. God, I'm really just getting into nasty stuff here. They obviously plowed everything. Ugh. All right, let me just get through these ruts. So, that is, see all that brown black crap flying out here? I mean, I know the gutters are dirty, but like, I doubt the definition shows up, but it literally looks like that everywhere. Underneath, there's some weird layer, which I think is just pollution. So, I don't need too much in my yard. But going back to what I was saying, yeah, the controller sucks. The beacon's awesome. Actually, I haven't used that much, and I'm starting to really love that. So I might be doing some more beacon type of stuff as I figure out what you guys like and what other people like. I just finished rear steer on my Capra, which is an remote control rock crawler. So I might go play with that a little bit today. I'll post a video someday in the near future about that mod. That doesn't require a beacon. So, controller-wise, when I get this upgrade, the controller now is more in line with like BlueSync and whatnot, and it was cheap, guys. Like, we're talking 150 bucks for an upgrade. Makes it controllable using replaceable batteries, which is cool, because right now I mean, I guess you could probably open this thing up and replace the batteries if you found them. But having support, which is great, from the drone itself, having the availability to upgrade things. People like make stuff for this drone that's not like cheap Chinese junk. And I like Chinese junk most of the time, but I don't like cheap Chinese junk. Skydio is an American-made company. They're out of California. I'm tempted to go out there one of these days and view their headquarters. I have a feeling that would be a little bit of a blast. They're not big. They released that X2, which is military drone and surveying stuff. It's expensive, but I don't know, maybe that would be something fun to get in the future. I have other really expensive drones, why not? But yeah, I mean, I'm still learning with this drone. I haven't used it as much as I should, but I tell you what, I sold my Phantom 4 Pro. I've gotten rid of, I don't know, 8 or 9 different drones. I'm really picky, and I'm not a fanboy. Oh, you're going into an auto land sequence. Anyway, I'm not a fanboy. I like things to work, and I expect them to work. And that being said, this thing works. I have knocked it out of the sky a couple times, but let's do a different video on that since you got like 30 seconds. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna finish out this little segment over here, head back to my house, and I'm gonna go out and get breakfast. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up or something, I don't know. Refer me to friends. This channel feels like it's going nowhere, but that could just be me. So it's good seeing you guys again. Ask me if you have any questions, if there's anything I can help you with, or if you've got video ideas, and we will talk to you soon. Enjoy your weekend.